Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is episode 27. Last time, we got to witness the fall of Hezenkos and the rise of Emmerich as Lich King. And he's a king to me. He's a Lich King. He's one of the Lich Lords, right? And I think that is absolutely fantastic. I think it was a really beautifully done storyline. Witnessing the sort of contrast in quality between something like Nev's quest with Aelia and Emmerich with Hezenkos, I mean, the difference was crystal clear. So a bit of an unfortunate double mission for us to do, seeing those two. Loved Emmerich's questline. Loved a emotional sacrifice with Manfred, who is no more. He has made his own conscious decision, being able to speak, being able to defend Emmerich, and allowing Emmerich to achieve his lifelong dream and conquer his fear of death, sort of face that head on in order to cross over to the other side and become who he is now, which is amazing. Looks like he's about to have a conversation with Tash. That could be about anything, or it could be about lichdom. We shall see. But we'll talk with our NPCs, and then we're going to be going back through our other companion quests. I think we'll do Valara's and Davrin's, and then we'll see what else happens. Because we have to do For the Love of Treviso before we can do Lucanus's quest. And then we've got 2 outings with Harding and Tash. So let's get into that today.
So, Nev. Out late with Rook, I hear.
Oh, yeah. Just skipping stones.
That all?
Why? You hear something different?
Don't need to. Rook had a bounce in his step. Wasn't just from tossing rocks.
Well, you know Rook. Probably sprained an ankle.
Right.
Everyone's so nosy. I love that Nev plays it coy. She's like, what are you talking about?
Harding's looking well.
Yep.
I thought I detected a new spring in her step.
Huh. Good. We're together.
Ah, so that's why Harding's been humming your name to herself.
She has? That's good. If she wants to, it's fine.
Enjoy yourselves, Tash. Truly.
Okay, so it's not about Emmerich's lichdom, but he does take on this form in the lighthouse, which I did not expect, and that's very cool. So Rook and Harding, both with a spring in our step. That's the only way that you can sort of describe a romance. You've got a spring in your step. All the romances are apparently triggering at the same time. So Harding and Tash is cute. I wonder if there's... I'm just thinking about the other characters and who else would potentially enter that romance territory.
Lucanus, have you ever had a dream where you forgot you had a job to do?
And you only remember it at the last moment, all the time.
And then you go to do the job, and your teeth fall out.
For me, it's always, and then I left my boots in Treviso somehow.
Harding's dream cliches is really fun. That sort of like experiencing these common dreams for the first time. The teeth falling out one, I despise. I would always get that. And perhaps that played into my fear of the dentist. Or having my teeth pulled. Alright, we're going to do Balara, so we're going to help Balara stop Anaris. We'll go to Arlathan Forest. And I was thinking of bringing Davrin along with this one anyway, because again, it's kind of like elf-related. So he may have some good input there. Alara must stop Anaris when his ritual endangers all of Arlathan Forest, even if it means going against her own brother, Syrian.
Do you feel that?
Like something's pulling at me from the inside.
Ritual's already started. We don't have much time.
We stop them. Here and now. We can't let them hurt anyone else.
I know. I guess deep down, I thought maybe he'd listened. But he didn't. Let's go stop my brother.
Okay. Huh.
Well, well. Statues of wolves. Made from gold, no less.
Probably Solus's monument to himself.
That sounds like him.
He does like a bit of the old artwork, but I don't know about the golden statues. Jothaman gave all animals a secret, and each of us too. Eventually, they were surrendered one by one for pride or prize to become knowledge. Only the bears held their tongues. That's cool.
So what is that feeling?
The tearing apart one?
That'd be it?
It's you being, well, torn apart. Just really slowly.
Ah. Right.
Okay. June's mirror. Alara, Irilyn and I pored over all the collected evidence, and we can quite confidently say that the symbol carved into the lyrium fragment is that of June's, though a very early version of it. Makes sense for the Evanurus, known as the Crafter, to have created the first Alluvian, and what you found does seem to indicate that he used a single lyrium crystal, split perfectly in two, each piece resonating with its counterpart to link the mirrors. Your ambition is admirable, but I don't think that we should attempt to build an Alluvian from scratch at this very moment. The fragment you found feels different from the lyrium we know. Something to do with its age, perhaps? Or perhaps it was enchanted by June in some way? Hard to say. We will discuss this further on your return. Yes, don't go building Alluvians. That could potentially be a mistake.
Okay, I was expecting a bridge here.
That never stopped us before.
Do you see those lyrium reserves by that opening? There should be matching anchors on our side. Let's try linking them.
Let's give it a try.
These ruins aren't really ruins. They're still intact.
Wild magic is like wild weather. It can flatten the building next door and leave you completely untouched. That's what makes it dangerous. It's unpredictable.
Look at that thing, okay?
Okay, the feeling's strongest here.
Maybe it's being caused by that crystal over there.
I think you're right. Let's check it out.
I think this spiteful aura is the environmental interaction I've seen the least in this game. Mystery substance. From a scroll found in the ruins translated from Elven by Balara. Artrahel returned today with the rest of the expedition. Most of their spoils were the usual gewgaws and filth, but one item caught my attention. A substance collected in one of his specimen vials. It had the consistency of blood, yet glowed yellow with an inner light. I find myself drawn to it. There is power there, I have no doubt. Power that Artrahel is far too witless to see. But the power is a sort with which I have no familiarity. It is cold, for one. Ice forms on the vial's sides, even in the warmth of the afternoon sun. Yet there is more to it than a simple chill. I cast several spells on the substance to ascertain its nature, once I removed it from Artrahel's possession. An easy task, with one as dull as he, but the magic simply vanished, as if consumed. When brought near any active magical ward, unless said ward had been cast with tremendous power, it sputtered and disappeared. A magic that devours all others would be a powerful weapon. If I could channel and master that energy, no longer would I need to hide. I could strike back against the Evanurus, bring low those arrogant fools and claim what is rightfully mine. The word devours shows up elsewhere too, very specifically that word. Oh, okay, interesting.
Okay. The feeling's strongest here. That hum means this thing is amplifying the magic, sending the ritual over a wider area. Destroying this will buy us time. Or it should.
Right, we need more time to find the ritual.
In Syrian.
He didn't give us much of a choice.
No, he didn't, did he?
We need to get moving.
Right, okay. Be ready. This is gonna attract some attention. Here comes the first wave!
You're expecting a second?
When hasn't there been a second wave?
Well, yeah. Okay.
God, I hate that. So much. The self-aware, when hasn't there been a second wave?
Righto.
I like this music though.
As you say.
Ready for a follow-up.
Didn't realize I was detonating the enemy all the way over there though, instead of the ones right in front of me.
Ooh, great job, Rook.
Make it hurt.
Ready here. We're getting good at this. Careful ahead.
Here we go.
Nice one, Daverin! Hitting us from range. Right! Right!
Right.
Ready for follow-up. don't see a way out of this room.
So we're trapped.
Well, temporarily. Let's disable this crystal and see what happens next.
A way out of the room.
The feeling's almost gone.
Does that mean we stop the ritual?
No, it's still going, but we slowed it down and bought ourselves a little time.
Then let's use that time well. Damn. Demons.
You expected something else?
Let's deal with them and keep moving. Hitting us from range!
Nice hit, Rook.
They were weak. Next ones probably won't be. It'll get worse as we get closer to the ritual.
How do you know?
I don't. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. Oh, is it time again? Great!
I understand the demon army, but what's Inaris really planning?
I don't know. He seemed pretty focused on his current form. He can't do much without a physical body, so best guess, he's going for one of those. After that, not sure. But I don't think it'll be anything good.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Surely, Inaris is a great guy. I'm sure it'll work out just fine.
Is it just me? Or is that tingling sensation starting to get a lot stronger?
Yeah, I don't like this.
The magic's starting to change our own resonance, align it to the rituals.
And that means?
That we'd better hurry.
Very ominous looking room up there too. Alright, point a bunch of lasers at stuff. Gotcha.
I wonder if there's something on the other wall we could aim the beam at. The wall opposite the door, I mean.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, I think it's like the bridge again. You need to link the anchors.
Yeah, I got
Should
that.
be easy enough.
But is it ever?
Yes. Usually painfully easy to traverse any environmental puzzle in this game, actually.
Oh, okay, it's not just about linking two anchors. You need to link the right two anchors.
Okay, got it.
We need to link the
I don't
right
like this
two
place.
angles.
It's creepy.
How so?
Arlathan usually feels like, well, like it's sleeping. But this place feels dead. Like someone wanted it wiped clean.
The deep roads feel that way sometimes.
Oh, so this one is literally only meant to hit the one on the wall. We can't actually turn it past that point. Interesting. We just need to power up this one. Oh, actually, hang on. Doi.
Right. That did it. Come on. They should be right ahead. They're right through here. Syrian and Inaris. Time to stop them, no matter what. Okay. Let's do this.
Ritual pit.
Well, well, the little lost lambs. Are you here to join your brother at my side?
Melara! I told you to stay away!
I can't, Syrian. Not when it comes to you.
Why couldn't you listen to me?
Would you have stayed away if you were her?
You made this happen, Syrian. All of it.
Damn it, Melara.
Come now. They cannot halt my moment of triumph. Soon they shall witness my beneficence, as well as my wrath. Now, I shall make your people pure. Now I shall become flesh. Finish the ritual, Syrian. Let me deliver you to salvation. Wait, something's wrong. This is not...
Wasn't sure that was gonna work.
Syrian? Is that... What happened?
Ivor Siobhan. It's me.
What exactly just happened?
A flaw. A little one. Enough to disrupt his ritual, that is. With any luck, it sent him right back to the middle of the Fade.
I think Rook means... Why'd you do it?
I followed your heart. Like I said, it's a good heart. And I didn't want to disappoint you. Not again.
Right. I get it.
We should get going. The energy concentration here is...
Betrayed again! How tragic!
No!
How I've missed the smell, the taste of this world. Once I dispose of you and finish my ritual, I will have succor in the storm.
You took away my brother. I'm gonna make you wish you were still a spirit.
Then come, puling wastrels, and face me!
Puling wastrels. Alright. Fighting one of the forgotten ones.
Submit, fools!
Oh no, he's got a shield. They're doing the shield thing.
Rook, we need to break the crystals, or else we can't hurt it.
Working on it.
You will kneel!
Just fight me yourself, big boy, come on.
You don't know anything about my brother.
He was weak, and he suffered for that weakness.
Shut up!
I should have come to you instead. You would have made an excellent servant.
I would never help you!
Cease your struggle! Your lives belong to me!
Not gonna happen.
Filthy half-breed! Your past will catch up to you!
I'm ready.
Your kind will burn! A clever trick, but you will not repeat it! Fall beneath the tides!
That's a lot of demons.
We've got this. Probably.
Get clear!
This is a terrible defense mechanism, dude.
I should have never trusted a weakling like your brother. I will do this myself. I am your nightmares made flesh.
You're a second-tier loser.
Ranged incoming.
I wish that he said top tier loser.
Let's go.
Having 3 crystal pillars to summon a shield that are very easily destroyed is a choice, I guess. And they added in funky blue laser.
What? Impossible!
Impossible! My easy to break barrier has been broken a 3rd time.
Take him down.
He's weak. We can do this.
No! I will not go back! You will not send me!
You're going back.
I must escape! It's I!
It's I.
Syrian.
Is it over? Did we win?
We beat him. Sent him back to the Fate. Now hush. We need to get you out of here.
No. Not this time. I had my second chance. I don't get a third.
I can't lose you again, Syrian. Please.
I'm sorry for us, Siobhan. For everything. Rook, thank you for helping Balara. For helping me.
I wish it hadn't ended like this.
I made these choices. No one else. Balara, one last favor to ask.
What is it?
Can you stay with me? Until it's light?
Yeah. Of course.
That's such a shame. Give him a redemption. You always got to be redeemed and then die after. That's the price that you pay. That's a shame. At least we actually got to fight Anaris, and I'm glad that there was a part of Syrian in there still that was able to resist the mask and fight back, even though apparently it didn't really do what it was supposed to do. It interrupted his ritual ever so slightly enough to allow him to break out. Anaris is defeated and banished from the world once again. Syrian subverted the ritual in a final attempt to help Balara, only for Anaris to strike him down with a final spiteful blow. That was one hell of a blow to the back against that statue. Alright. That's completion of that questline. We can go and have a chat back at the lighthouse. And we'll see how Balara feels about that. I think that's a decent conclusion to the questline, and I think that the fight you know, despite having Anaris hiding behind a silly little shield with waves of enemies, at least he fought. I don't know if the same can be said for Aelia, sadly.
Nev, when we met, you didn't trust me.
It wasn't personal.
It was just good sense. I felt the same.
I knew it.
But I changed my mind.
Does this mean you trust me less? Or you've fallen for my schemes?
Maybe I changed it too quickly.
Probably. But I changed mine, too.
More of Davrin and Harding, and then we'll have the Belara conversation.
Harding, are you friends with this Morrigan?
Me? Friends? With Morrigan?
Then how do you know her?
I'm not sure anyone knows Morrigan. She just pops up whenever things get weird.
Can she be trusted?
Maybe? She knows things and seems to want to stop Gillenane and Elgernon.
But
we'll probably never know why.
We'll never know why. What are you talking about, Harding? You're a scout. You should be informed. You should also be informed about the hero Ferelden. Ooh, on the outside.
Hi.
What are you reading?
Syrion's last words. Veil Jumpers had them. He must have known it was the end, one way or another.
Right. I don't know what to say here.
Me neither. I don't know if anyone does. He and we had plans. Together. Find the archive, the Nodester Thalin. Restore the elves. Bring them back to who they were. But now he's gone, and I wonder if the archive should go with him.
Is that what you really want? Or do you just think you should?
Neither, or, well, both, kind of. The world the Elven built, the wonders they created. The archive has the knowledge. We could be that again.
So why are you conflicted?
Because of the bad side. Some of them were conquerors, slavers, warlords. That ritual Anaris used? Probably not the only one. Some of them worse. The archive could teach the Venatori, or the Antam, anyone really.
They're bad enough already.
That knowledge is dangerous, incredibly so. But there's good there too. And that's the burden. My people's future on my shoulders.
I like this point that's being made because something that we see a lot is the erasure of bad things, and what happens then is you lose the lesson of why they're bad and to be taught why they're bad, and instead you get rid of it and then people repeat those mistakes. But by having accounts of, hey, look at this stuff, and here's why it's bad, and here's where it went wrong, and here's why it shouldn't be done, and that, understanding that history and presenting it, obviously hindsight is a whole thing, but keeping history, even the bad stuff, to show progress is a good thing, instead of removing it from existence entirely and erasing that and pretending that that doesn't exist and everything is good, because, nothing is only good. So this is actually a good point to bring up. I like it. I think it should be kept for that reason, because there's good in there too, good to be taught.
Everyone trusts you, Belara. Strife, Irilyn, the team.
I don't know if I trust myself. Not for something like this. This big a decision. I don't want to make the wrong choice.
Sometimes the only wrong choice is not choosing at all.
Then tell me, Rook, what would you do?
Yes. Put it in my hands, you know? I don't want to make a potentially wrong choice. So if you make the wrong choice for me, I can blame you for it. So the elves will keep the archive's knowledge. I think that is a good idea.
What you were is important. It's worth the risk. The elves deserve to know more about who they were. Keep the archive.
I think you're right. We'll keep the archive, that connection to our past. It's what Syrian and I were looking for.
Now you found it.
Right. And I found him too. For a little while. That has to be enough.
You going to be okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm ready to say goodbye. For real, this time. But I need some time, alone. I'll talk to you later, Rook.
I wonder if Bellaris says, I think that you're right, no matter which option you pick there, because that's kind of interesting. Another element of that conversation that I think doesn't work is having your playable character that has dialogue that you as a player can choose from to shape your character. Having your character say, I don't know what to say, feels like a failing of that part of the gameplay experience. Again, we've brought it up really early on how Rook is more of a character that we kind of nudge in a direction because he speaks a lot. They speak a lot on their own. Your character of Rook, they are their own character that you can kind of make like this, or like this, or like this, you know, with some nudging in dialogue directions. But you don't have full control over everything that your character says. You're a bit of a blabbermouth. So, you know, I've obviously made peace with that already. But it's moments like that where you see elements of your character being like, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, there's a dialogue wheel. I could say something. Anyway, reflections. Bellara chose to keep the archive and use its ancient knowledge to improve the lives of her people. Your support has helped Bellara overcome her self-doubt and believe in herself more strongly. Lingering Strike unlocked. Attuning to the advanced magic of the Elven Empire, Bellara's healing draws in energy, draining the strength of those nearby. An Archivist's Mail. A light but surprisingly durable armor set. Its construction was only made possible with techniques newly discovered in the archive. There you go. What does it look like? Okay, that's pretty sick. A light but surprisingly durable armor set. Now, let's see what it actually looks like, though. Oh no, why? Not the armored toes, bro. Is there a slot for each toe to go into? Because that's awfully uncomfortable. Not the armored toes. Just make them normal boots. That ruins the whole thing. Let me compare that to the starting gear. Which one's the starting set? This one. Camping gear. I think is the camping gear the only one that has the boots? It is. The camping gear is the only one that just doesn't have those toes out. That's crazy. I think all the armor pad, the elbow pads, pretty cool. Yeah, not great. Not great. Alright, now Davrin. So I'm going to head back and do his quest line. We have some codex entries with the Elven people. Syrian's farewell note from his diary there. Vorashivan, I'm leaving this letter with the Veil Jumpers in hopes that it finds its way to you. It took me a while, but I'm trusting your heart. I'm stopping Anaris no matter what it takes. He can't do his ritual while he's still a spirit, so he's asking me to do it. I think I can invert the effect so it ends up blasting Anaris into a part of the Fade he'll never come back from. You and I looked for the Nardis de Thurmlin for so long. All of those journeys deep into the forest, all those missed opportunities and dead ends. I'd almost given up. When I found Inaris, I thought I'd be blessed to find not just a spirit, but someone who'd been alive back then. Someone who wasn't a god, but a person. Then he showed me just what it meant to be an elf, the beauty and the horror. He turned our people into demons, soldiers for his army. There was no turning away from it then. He showed me the truth. And that truth is that the Archive is dangerous. Inaris' ritual uses just a fraction of the power it wields, the things it knows, but it can be used for good too, if you decide to keep it. The choice is yours. It has to be yours, because your heart is a good heart, so I trust it. I love you, Balara, and I'm proud to be your brother. Properties of dissolution. Trying to write these notes down while I still remember them. Also helpful as a distraction from everything that happened with Syrian. Felt like our bodies were being pulled apart while we were in the rituals area, slowly enough that we're still all here. Completely here. I asked everyone just to be sure. So what was the ritual doing? Turning people into demons, or turning them into a large enough concentration of magic to summon demons? Not really any way to tell without lengthy research and experiments. Given the outcome, it feels like some things are just best left undiscovered. Worse than blood magic. Much, much worse. From Balara's journal. Do we do Davrin's quest, or do we do Antoine and Evka's? Let's do Antoine and Evka's.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
Step out of it! Like, we're doing this again, are we?
I can still hear it. Though it is giving me a headache.
Please be careful.
With the container? It's very sturdy. I tested it.
What? When? And how?
Am I interrupting?
No. Our study of the new blight continues.
We know the gods changed the blight. We think it changed more than they realized, or altered itself after.
It's answering to something other than gods.
Okay. Damn. Right. Antoine just keeps being like, I'm just listening. It's fine. Everything's fine. Whoa, that sounds real good. Stop.
This place is so troubled. Where the Fade touches the wetlands, it must be a mess on that side too.
If there are demons, they can stay on their side of the veil.
So what's the Blight answering to?
Remember the strange call I heard after the Lavendale battle? It was here, in the wetlands.
We think the source is out a ways, towards the redoubt.
I can tell it's something large, rooted. A construct of the Blight itself. An eruption controlling the rest. What that could mean... Everything that calls the Blight impacts the Wardens. We withstand it. But gods, archdemons, it all adds strain.
If the eruption calls the Blight, then it could mess with us too. Spark the calling sooner. We'll lose ourselves, along with the wetlands.
Should you have told me about all this? About the calling?
First Warden would have said no.
You're our friend. You chase archdemons and fight the Blight. It seems fair you know what this means.
Antoine, you hear stuff in the Blight more than some of the others. Are you?
Yes. A little sensitive, but it's not calling to me. Not yet. Like everyone else, I'll know when that changes.
This is bad. But you two are fine. Really? You sure you haven't heard anything, or...?
We're fine. It's not... We're fine. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? Based on our studies, Antoine made an alchemical flame. It's impressive. It should destroy the eruption.
Theoretically. At least the last batch was stable. Mostly.
But if the eruption's controlling the Blight and it gets attacked, then the Blight around Lavendale might respond.
Yes. Its roots are everywhere. And spreading. I can feel them.
These people can't lose their Blight experts. I can go after the eruption.
while we guard against nasty side effects here.
I'll make sure the whole thing burns.
Good.
The blight poisons so much. Water, plants, animals, people. Some would call the wetlands dead already. But they're not. It's not too late. Whatever the eruption means for the Wardens, we can leave this place better. It's what we're supposed to do.
We'll take our stand in the sheltered glade. Meet us there when you're done.
Okay. We'll get to Davrin's quest. As it appears, we're going to go and do a haunting, as well as travel this way for the blight eruption. And I think this is where we fought the dragons. And I want to check this area out as well. Not to mention there's a chest, so I've got to see about getting to that. There's also something there. Okay. We'll have to get to that. What's hanging out there? Oh, it's underneath. Sorry, Emmerich. Whoop. Nothing in the house. Alright. What is happening out here? Spirit of some kind?
A despair spirit. Walk soft.
Despair undying. Doing that thing where you blind me, eh? Stop blowing bubbles. Surely the blindness cannot be tied to health, because I've just deleted the whole health bar. Okay. What was that about? I still find myself confused on how long the blindness is supposed to last. So I assumed it was health-based when we were fighting the dragons, like the big level dragons. And that's why it was taking so long, but that time it didn't clear up. Okay, so I've taken on a undying despair. Can't see anything else around here that would be related to that. Okay. I'm gonna go this way now. And we'll do this haunting. Emmerich's here, so that's perfect. Maybe we'll return to that dragon arena and see if there's like a change if you then come back again.
I've wondered, Davrin. Of all our friends...
No!
It's a haunting.
I literally stopped. As soon as the companion dialogue started, I stopped. I'm like, surely it won't. And then it triggered from this far away. Let me just load this. How far back is our little autosave? That just happened? Let me see if I can re-trigger the companion dialogue. Alright, come on, gamers. You're not going to do it, are you? Because why would you do it? Why would you do your dialogue that I want you to talk about? Just talk to each other. Come on. It shouldn't be this hard, guys. You're not going to do it, are you? That is terrible. Like, ridiculous.
It's a haunting.
The Scarecrow.
count, Emery.
That one's all set! That one's ready! A figure intended to frighten, though not like this.
We stopped it. The story of that thing will live here much longer.
Right on. Okay, that's that done. Now if we return to this arena, will there be a change after we took out the undying thing? Or is there more of these hidden around the place? Oh, no, it's there. Okay. It's there again. Okay.
A despair spirit. Walk softly.
Oh, hang on. Am I fucking this up? If it's saying walk softly? Hang on a sec. Maybe I'm fucking this up. Wait a sec. But like the red lines show up,
Careful.
yeah.
We've a despair spirit.
Their blood, not ours.
Yeah, it just goes into a fight? Yeah, your combat's triggered, but like... Okay, it just goes into the fight. What the hell? I don't get it. Not sure what it means.
Done.
That one, quickly!
Is it just like free combat? You can just like keep fighting it and getting experience, or what? Seems like it could just potentially serve as an opportunity to just constantly fight an enemy. On to the next quest then.
Hail, cruel death! Good to go again.
There's definitely something in here. Something wrong.
You're our expert, Davrin. We'll take our lead from you.
Is it tied to all of the growth?
The eruption's on the other side of that barrier.
We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
While keeping the darkspawn back. Watch out!
Get out of there!
A triumph!
All right. Better move before more darkspawn show up.
Up on the ledge! We can destroy the tendrils from there!
A ballista!
Never turn down one of those.
We're through.
Let's see what's at the heart of this.
The Blight Eruption. Oh, whoa!
What is... Is that the Blight Eruption?
My word!
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out.
Damn it!
Davrin?
I can hear that eruption. The blight's spreading. We need to stop it.
Watch out!
Nice hit, Rook.
Catherine, are you all right?
The eruption's not happy. Just keep fighting. We're not falling to it.
Keep going.
We won't give in.
Behold the wrath of the dead!
No problem.
This is it. Let's get that eruption.
Place alchemical flame. It's... Yeah.
We strike and the whole thing goes up.
Alright. Blow it up. Emmerich, get out of there!
Alright. Time to destroy this thing.
Burn it all. Okay. That was underwhelming. And then the blight spawns like a super boss out of the explosion. Imagine that. That would have been sick. But boom.
The blight eruption was...
We knew the blight had changed, but I didn't expect that.
It's what Antoine's been hearing. It was spreading blight through the wetlands. Further, maybe. When we hit it.
Do you think the wardens in Lavendale sensed its destruction?
Well, I have to ask them and find out. So they're in the sheltered glade. Where is that? Off to the side here. Right. This was blocked to us before. Oh, this looks nice. Look. There's life here. Oh, what is this? Okay. I picked up something and the game didn't tell me what I picked up.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful. Much like you. Ah, Rook. Hi.
We knew when you hit that eruption. The blight around Lavendale reacted. And there was a sound in it. Like nothing we've heard before.
What happened in there? What was it like?
Bad. But it's gone.
Seems to be. At least this one. When the eruption was destroyed, some of the bigger tendrils pulled back. The remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but it's a good sign. And this place opened up.
The flowers here, they managed to survive. Buried. Untouched. They have a chance to return now.
Because you stopped the blight eruption, flowers can return. I really liked that shot of Emmerich with the tree. That was awesome.
Look at you. Out here with the flowers and a moment alone. That I walked into the middle of.
You're fine.
Yes, please. Enjoy the flowers.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when the last archdemons died.
And that time's almost here. It's unbelievable.
The Order is those of us left now. When the archdemons fall, some wardens will hang up their swords. Until their calling, at least.
So the wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but Efka and I will be here. Others will stay too.
There's still blight in the world. There's something new calling to it. And to us.
There's blight inside us too. If it changed out there, have we changed as well?
What matters is that if new evils show up, we'll be here to keep them back.
I'm interested in that being explored with the evolution of the blight and a different type of it and how that affects things.
Do you really think something inside you has changed?
It's possible. Or maybe we're the same. But does that mean we'll be the same? You can't sense the blight. But trust us, it feels different. And the sound is changing too.
As for what it means, it's like Antoine said. We don't know yet.
Are you doing okay with all this? Really?
Don't worry. I'm good. I've got everything I need right here.
Me too.
If new threats turn up, we'll kick their ass.
That's perfect.
The blight feels relentless most of the time. We see what it does up close.
The world dying, how it spreads. But we keep going.
And look, these flowers can make it back.
They really can. And they're beautiful.
I think so.
Lavendel was named for flowers. They must have been everywhere before. When we get back.
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh yes. I thought I heard birds earlier. Maybe we can find them?
Very nice. Something's coming. The blight eruption was destroyed and its hold on the Hossberg wetlands is over. While it takes time for the rest of the blight to recede, there's hope life will return once more. Though uncertain about what the future holds, Evka and Antoine are optimistic for what comes next. We got a bloom bouquet. Maybe that's what we just picked up. We got a decor little
Wetlands
bouquet.
aren't fully healed.
But some places barely come back at all.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight. It's possible.
Alright. That was that quest, showing that life is coming back. And now we can do Davrin's Profane and the Lost. Okay, Davrin must rescue the kidnapped griffins from Isaiah before she blights them and dooms them to extinction. It's been like this for quite some time, finally getting a resolution to this quest. So maybe we'll find out what's taken Isaiah this long to actually go ahead with the blighting plan and put a stop to it. Let's rescue these babies.
Lucas Kreisen, one of our own. He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
What?
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes, but no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
That can't be good.
No, I don't imagine it is. The calling is usually the end for wardens.
Except the Gloom Howler. Warden Kreisen, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The Deep Roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah. A crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
She's welcome to come up here and try.
Soon. She's gathering her forces. Griffins are there. Not much time.
Lucas?
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the Deep Roads. It's time we flush the sewers.
Good luck finding that cure for the calling, then.
This is it, where Warden Kreisen came back from his calling. Easy, boy.
He senses Darkspawn?
That, and the Griffins. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt.
Hey, gonna have a quest resolution for not only Davrin, but also Hassan.
I mean it. You watch those tail feathers of yours. The second you feel Darkspawn breathing on them, you hide.
Okay. Journal page. Where am I? I found this place not long ago. I thought the calling was the end. It's not. Some of these wardens have been here for decades, or even longer. Their leader is some sort of freak. They call it the Gloom Howler, but I think there's more going on. Warden Genrix.
I don't understand why Gloomhowler would...
Isaiah.
Why would Isaiah bring the rest of the Griffins to the Deep Roads?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own Griffins.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron? That's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
So I needed to go to the cauldron to be able to enact this plan. Which makes sense.
What's your name, Warden?
What is this place?
Sanctuary.
It reeks of Darkspawn and Blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. You're no Warden. You're not allowed.
Wow, okay. The Blighted Warden. Hey mate, it's fun in here.
Not allowed to do what?
Join those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're sworn to kill Darkspawn, not befriend them.
She showed us another way.
She? You mean Isaiah?
Names fade. The song endures. But not for you.
Damn, Grey Warden background would have been nice here.
And I don't really care.
Nathan, the Blighted Warden.
It didn't have to be this way.
Damn.
Only true believers shall pass.
You're a warden. Keep your oath.
Keep your oath or get blown up.
Buffalo.
What are you talking about?
Wait, what?
Our blades defend the world.
Lights have to fail, brother. Keep bullying.
Feels wrong fighting other wardens.
What has Isaiah done to them?
I don't know, but the Blight's taken hold.
Okay. The ogre's defeat, at first glance, an ode to generic heroism, but there's something particular in the tilt of the head, in the rabbit pattern around the hem. Someone once knew this warden. Weishaupt shall be destroyed. Weishaupt shall rise again. Long live the Gloom Howler. Okay. What's off in that little other room to the side? We'll never know.
Hassan, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we anyway? Doesn't look like the deep roads I know.
They're building something down here. It's almost like... Nah.
Like what?
A corrupted version of Weishaupt.
Oh, that's so it'll fall and rise again. That's nuts. All right.
Darkspawn by the bridge.
God, fighting Wardens and Darkspawn together is so strange. I should be dead by now. Isn't that how the calling works? Just feel sick, diseased. Something inside me is changing. All this blight, all this darkness. Is this Weishaupt? There's the library and the barracks, but something's not right. What happened to the sun? Walked so far into the deep roads, you end up coming across something that looks like Weishaupt, just confusing the hell out of you.
Darkspawn!
And Wardens.
Fighting together? Wardens, what's wrong with you?
For Weishaupt.
You conspire with fiends of darkness? Snap out of this, Wardens. Isaiah's evil. You're following a monster.
She commands us.
God. Constantly being blocked. I gotta shoot something?
This place is like a caricature of Weishaupt. They can't be trying to rebuild it.
Even blighted, they were still Great Wardens once. Old memories linger, echoes of them anyway. Twisted by Isaiah.
First Warden.
Oh!
Look.
Holy shit.
What happened? Are you in pain?
It's beyond that now. Gillenane did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
She's mad. She has the Wardens under her spell. She's on a crusade to wipe out the whole Order.
What about the Griffins?
She's going to blight them, too. Turn our own symbols against us.
God damn, dude.
No, she's not.
You're the last hope for them. Search around. There's a feather from her own griffin long ago. I've seen her look at it with what passes for emotion. It might jog something.
How can we help you?
She's in my head. I can't hold her off. I should have died at Weishaupt anyway.
But...
give me some peace. That's an order, Warden.
Yes, sir.
Specifically Death Rattle. Jesus.
Be at peace, sir.
These Wardens are long lost. The only way we can help them now is to lay them to rest. The first Warden mentioned a feather. I think we should look for it.
They managed to rebuild the war room. I remember this from Weishaupt.
Isaiah's raised her army. Now the war starts.
So because we talked him down, we actually got sort of a beneficial piece of information. Amazing. Note on the nature of griffins. The griffins are not my creation. I found them in the deepest, oldest forests that eventually fell under our domain. They are superb specimens, fierce, prideful, lethal. Despite their mixture of beast and bird, they display a singularity of purpose. I do not know if these creatures are a stroke of fortune from the natural world, from a realm beyond our sight, or if their existence implies another creator interested in the workings of sinew and marrow. Regardless, it is vexing that they also possess a sharp antipathy towards what Fen Harel insists on calling the Blight. I found some of my blighted creations torn to shreds by griffin claws, unrecognizable, unsalvageable. The griffins didn't even sample their flesh. The words are signed with a stamp of a Huller's head. So we have Gillinane's notes on the nature of griffin here. Interesting. That's the feather.
Here's the feather, for whatever it's worth.
Let's get moving before Saya does her worst.
Would we have been able to pick up that feather if we, like, punch the warden in the face instead of talking him down? Like, it's across from there. I wonder if it's even able to be found or interacted with because of it.
Maps here. All across Thedas. Looks like battle plans.
Saya's ambitious. I'll give her that.
Blade of Warden Janos. The broken blade of Grey Warden Janos, shattered by the combined strength of the Blight and a god. The will of the Warden, however, remained intact to the end. Janos Ordrin, from the Legacy of Kain series.
Found a blueprint for Weishaupt. The real one.
Must have used it to build this place.
Wild. Folk art rocking griffin, built by Blackwall. Rocking griffins. It actually is, look. Rocking griffins are popular with children who like to pretend to be wardens of old. This crude version is branded TR, the mark of an unknown but well-traveled, self-taught maker. Tom Rainier. Actual, proper Blackwall reference is crazy. How did that get here? Journal page. Gloomhowler. The Gloomhowler was a warden. She's been down here for centuries. The other wardens follow her. I don't know why, but this place... I can't remember when I got here. I don't know what day it is. I can't remember the last time I ate anything. We had the real situation here where Tom Rainier, as Blackwall, came down into this element and said, I'm going to leave one of my rocking griffins here. Gasps in surprise. Not the Blight Bridge. Oh. We'll find another way.
Where are you, boy? Stay safe. We'll find you.
I don't believe it. They built Weishaupt's dungeon down here.
What inhuman industry?
Lost sketchbook on Nugs. A sketchbook page, artist unknown, featuring a Nug's anatomy. A note near the top reads, unrelated to current study, but they're cute. Indeed.
nightmarish nightmare.
The real dungeon in Weishaupt usually had drunk wardens sleeping at all. Now they're housing a darkspawn army.
So many blight explosions. My lord. We'll never make it through this place.
Here, boy! I know, I missed you too, boy. I promise I won't disappear like that again. No, I didn't bring any gingerwort truffles.
Why not? You knew we were gonna be on the road?
Hassan! Your brothers and sisters are waiting!
Don't listen to her, son!
That's the spirit, Hassan!
That's also probably what Asaya has been waiting for, is like a chance to reunite Hassan with the others to perform the ritual all in one go.
Join us, Hassan! These weapons will be born again!
A blood ritual. If she finishes, she'll blight the griffins.
We have to get in there.
I don't see the griffins.
They're up at the top, past all this blight.
No time to lose.
We've more blighted Grey Wardens.
I see them. Keep attacking the boils.
Where's my music gone?
We interrupted the ritual.
Hit her while she's vulnerable.
Where's my music?
Kill Asaya.
Okay, this is awkward.
Another outbreak of blight boils.
We have to...
The tyranny of Grey Wardens has come to its end.
Okay, we can't... Alright, I'm gonna restart. from the last autosave because there's no music and the character's dialogue just keeps cutting itself off. It's just like ruining the whole atmosphere of a fight that I am already bothered by because it has a fucking shield again. This is the third.
If she finishes, she'll fight the griffin.
This is the third companion quest, 3, that has resulted in the character that we're facing off against has a shield, and we take down that shield and then damage them. Come on, let's spice up the mechanics with something else.
We have to get in there.
I don't see the griffins.
Right, I have music.
They're up at the top, past all this blight. No time to lose. We have to get this gate open.
We've more blighted Grey Wardens.
I see them. Keep attacking the boys.
Davrin's dialogue keeps getting interrupted even though I'm not even doing anything yet.
We interrupted the ritual.
Kill Isaiah.
The tyranny of Grey Wardens has come to its end.
That one, quickly! Another outbreak of blight boils.
We have to clear them out to get up to the griffins.
A new order will rise from the deep groves.
Is there a mouse icon in the middle of my screen?
These griffins will be our symbol. The Grey Wardens will...
Wardens, we don't have to fight. Isaiah's the real...
Grey Wardens will what?
This isn't Weishaupt.
The griffins.
They're here.
Don't worry. We'll get you out.
Grey Wardens, destroy those who will destroy our cause.
That one's ready.
Oh, she'll be the one. He'll be the one to do it.
Touch him and you die.
I'm giving him his freedom.
How? By killing him?
By releasing him.
We know who you are. Isaiah. The Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the Griffins. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them by their own decree. I saved them. The eggs. These are the future. With blight in their veins, the Griffins will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again. I will be their shield against the pain.
Nice.
What about this feather? It belonged to a griffin you cared for, didn't it?
Ravers.
That was your mount?
And a friend.
Did the blight free it from pain?
It drove her mad. I had to put her down.
And you would do the same to these Griffins?
I'm sorry.
Oh, the brain on the back. Yo.
Who's ready to go home?
Wait, did she just give up and die there, or...? I'm assuming that Asaya just kind of gave up and died there? That, I guess, makes the most sense, because then we just moved on. So she hopped off of Asan and said, I'm sorry, and then I guess that sort of revelation allowed her to kind of let go and move on. But then, like, no words. It was just like, all right, let's get out of here, which felt a little bit anticlimactic. I liked the element of using the griffin feather, and I guess, like, Asaya was so far gone that had, like, forgotten about Revus, her own griffin, in this period of time, and then needed to be brought to her senses. I felt like there should have been a little bit more there in terms of interaction, because there wasn't a hell of a lot of sympathy that came from Davrin's side, considering the whole story of what happened with the Griffins. Davrin was kind of like, yeah, you did this, but there wasn't a sympathetic angle from him, really. It's just like, are you going to do it again? Rook doing the feather was nice. I liked that. It's our third fight that relates to character in shield, destroy enemy, and I think that they could be a little bit more creative in how they present the fights. Interesting mechanics is definitely possible. They have to retread the same ground every single time. But yeah, obviously Hezen continues to be the best campaign, like companion ending fight for a companion. This one was good though, because I liked the investment in the Grey Warden storyline and what was going on with the Griffin. So this one was also quite good. Just another shield to pop. But the Griffins have survived, so this is a very good ending. I'm happy that we have Griffins alive and well. That's beautiful.
The Feather Brigade looks happy.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Just not sure how.
What do you have in mind?
I was thinking I'd ask my good friend Rook for advice. I'm too close to this. Too attached.
Davrin, they're hungry and staring at me. That one's salivating.
Let's do this. I asked you all here to make a decision. These Griffins need a home, a purpose, a future. Evka, tradition would say they return home with the Grey Wardens, continue their lineage as warriors fighting the darkness.
We're already preparing the Eyrie for them. This time, we vow they'll be treated with honor and respect.
But I've also seen another side to them, a protective side. It's only fair to consider a new path. Eldrin?
Arlathan Forest needs a guardian. Sentinels to fight the marauders, the poachers, the rot. I'd be happy to train them.
And now the tough part. I trust all of you. I don't trust myself, my judgment. I'm too close to them. But I do trust Rook. He risked his life for these Griffins. Whatever he feels is best, I'll agree to.
Really? You sure?
No doubt.
Why not both? There's multiple Griffins. And then they can all hang out. You know, they do day trips to each other. I think that we will have the Griffins return to the Grey Wardens, because I also think that the Griffins can, while being with Grey Wardens, help to, you know, protect nature as it's part of the Grey Warden mantle. And if there's disturbances in these forests, they can be deployed and help out. I like both of these options, actually. I do like both of them. So it is an interesting split to have them be protectors of nature in Arlathan Forest, but if they belong with the Grey Wardens, I think that there is this potential for them to repopulate once again and to thrive and to spread. in more locations than just Arlethan Forest, but wherever wardens are. So I'm going to go with this.
When I think about Grey Wardens, griffins are everywhere, on shields, flags, banners. Then Hassan showed me why. They're fearless, brave, and unstoppable. They're your brothers and sisters in arms. Their home is with the Grey Wardens.
Well said.
And they seem happy about it.
Thank you. We're a family again.
Hassan. I love you, boy. I don't want to lose you. They're your family. I understand if you want to go with them. It's up to you. Bye, boy.
He's gonna come back. I can feel it. He's just saying goodbye.
Welcome home. Now, how about thanking Rook for all the help?
How is this even an option?
Come here. Wait, what's that you say? I can ride you all over Thedas when you're big enough?
Hey now.
That's what he said, I swear.
Yeah? How about we discuss it over some gingerwort tea?
We better see that happen. I liked that quest resolution a lot. Profane and the Lost. Asaya in her grief had planned on blighting the young griffins to save them. Davrin and the team not only defeated her, but stopped Asaya's army of corrupted Grey Wardens from sweeping over Hosberg and the rest of the Anderfels. After freeing the griffins, Davrin had been resigned to Hassan departing with the others, and was overjoyed when Hassan refused to leave his side. So we have Champion's Brilliant Regalia there. Rarity increase. And Davrin chose to place the griffins under the protection of the Grey Wardens in Hosberg, and has unlocked Defender. Like the stalwart griffins of old, Hassan harries his enemies, giving Davrin more opportunities to deflect incoming attacks, and a Grey Benefactor, a token of gratitude from the Grey Wardens, and a symbol of their commitment to protecting a new flock of griffins. I can't read today. The Grey Benefactor. Wonderful, a token of gratitude. And we'll take a look at that and head back to the lighthouse. We have a missive, still alive. Rook, what you've done for Lavendel, I thought I should thank you. Now, I'm writing this and I can't find the words. Our village is no stranger to bad luck and unfortunate occurrence. Somehow, part of it always stays standing. That doesn't mean the people always survive with it. Yet so many of us are still here. It's because you and Nevka and Antoine never saw us as a lost cause. This is the Anderfels. If you aren't dead, then you're still alive. I may have a warden's lifespan, whatever that means now, but I'm still alive. Every day I see more flowers returning. Oscar taught me how to use them to help others. I'll make sure his lessons live on. Sincerely, Flynn. There you go. Now, in terms of character interactions, we have a quest with Balara, which is probably going to be that sort of epilogue to the quest outing. Tash, Davrin, and then Nev is having a conversation with someone.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Balara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Sounds fun. I'm in.
Ons and Hala at the Hilt. Social call.
Hey, Rook. Irlin and Strife reached out. They finished
preparations for Syrian's funeral. I could use someone to come with me, if you're able. Just let me know, okay?
Sure thing.
The Forest of Spirits. Funeral time.
I've been learning more about the Lords of Fortune.
Have you?
What? They're our allies, and it's good to make friends.
There's not a Lord of Fortune I know who wouldn't like you.
I need to get into the Lords of Fortune and fast because I like Tosh.
Maybe tomorrow. Swimming? Don't push your luck. You're still learning how to fly.
You two have come a long way since we met.
Yeah, and he's still just a cub.
Wait till he's a teenager.
It's all about emotion with Hassan. What makes him happy, what makes him sad, or afraid. He's pure that way. No hiding anything. He likes you, you know it. He doesn't like you, he won't hold back.
What about me?
He's taken a shine.
Yeah?
Listen, I wanted to thank you. Without your help, the Griffins would have gone extinct all over again. You stepped up. They have a home because of you.
The Griffins have always belonged with the Wardens. Evka will give them a home and a purpose again. And I bet Hassan's brothers and sisters will agree.
He says as long as there are clear skies to roam, warm sun to nap, and bellyfuls of food, they'll be happy.
The Griffin's word is good enough for me.
Till Tosh teaches him how to swear.
That might actually be fun. See you around.
There's this interesting element of Davrin being able to like understand everything that is being said. That is absolutely cursed. Jesus. Everything that's being said by Hassan. And then there's like the moment where you're all chilling and you eat mushrooms and you're like thinking that you've heard Hassan speak in actual English, which is really funny. Alright. Conversations done. Characters moved apart. We have more codex entries now. Grey Wardens. Corrupted Grey Wardens, who were forced to fight in Asaya's profane recreation in Weishaupt. It sickened me having to take up arms against fellow soldiers, killing people who took the same oath I did. They were no longer the sentinels they vowed to be. They had answered the calling and descended into the deep roads for one final journey that should have ended in a battle against Darkspawn. But then Asaya found them. She twisted them and convinced them the Grey Wardens had betrayed them. Gripped by her corruption, they became slaves to her madness, toiling to build a nightmarish Weishaupt from their memories. Sending them to their deaths was a mercy. No soldier should have to endure damnation like that. If it wasn't strange enough stumbling through the nightmare version of Weishaupt, bumping into the first Warden was surreal. I still don't know how he survived the fight with Gillinane, but he always was a tough old bastard, just like him to make sure he had the final word. And even though he was a pain in the ass at Weishaupt, I like to think he came around and remembered he was the commander of the greatest fighting force in Thedas. Grey Wardens don't ally with darkness, and we don't negotiate with demons. Whatever evil was brewing down in profane Weishaupt, the first Warden redeemed himself by not having any part of it. He did right by the Griffins. May he find peace wherever he rests. And profane Weishaupt, tracking the Gloomhowler, I figured it would be like any other monster. I'd follow its trail back to some disgusting cave or hole in the ground. I wasn't prepared for what we found. Somehow, over the years or decades, Asaya has been recreating a profane version of Weishaupt in the deep roads. It felt like walking through a fever dream of the old fortress, with familiar bits and pieces scattered around, filtered through centuries-old memories of the place, but twisted by Asaya's corruption and madness. She seemed to have some wild idea it was going to be her stronghold for launching an attack against the Grey Wardens in a crusade for vengeance. Now it's just a sad monument to how far a misguided soul can stray from the path. The Griffin's future. We have a lot in this journal. Deciding where the Griffins should go wasn't easy, after all they've been through. I want to do right by them, as a warden, as Hassan's caretaker, for Lancet and Remy. And I know the Griffins will thrive with the Wardens. They're hunters at heart, and the relationship between Warden and Griffin has stood the test of time. With Weishaupt destroyed, we'll need to muster every bit of tradition to rebuild the Order. The dream of Griffin cavalries across the skies of Thedas, defending the land. That's a future every Warden can see now. That's awesome. I'm a big fan of that. Now, taking a look at Davrin's armor. I guess we've got that on, so... doesn't really look fit for the field, I'll tell you that much. Looks more like doing orders over the war table. Not very well armored, but it's alright, I guess. Not my first or second or third or fourth choice for an armor set, but it's something. It's certainly something. Alright, time to do our outings for the characters. So we're going to bring along Harding. As Harding has a resolution for this, I think we'll bring Emmerich along for it. You know, I don't think Emmerich will be involved anyway, but... We're back in the Anderfells, Asana Nagat.
Veilguard should be around here somewhere.
I hope he's fully recovered from being trapped in the rock.
I hope so too, but the Kalsharak dwarves are tough. I'd like to see Kalsharak. Do you think Veilguard would take me? Should I ask him? Would that be rude?
Only if you ask rudely.
They're wary of outsiders, but I could learn so much about the dwarves, about myself. Maybe once things have settled down a bit.
I know what it is about this game, where it constantly, in the middle of cutscenes, will just switch to keyboard and mouse and put the cursor in the middle of the screen. I have to, like, drag it off the screen, like, constantly. It only happens with this game, and it's so annoying. There's something about this game in general that the game runs really well, and it's ran really well since launch. Very well optimized, great performance. But then, in terms of recording the game, it's been like a weird little nightmare of, like, the game captures the Steam and any other overlays, regardless of whether you have it blocked to not capture them or not. There's something with this game, specifically, that just, like, ignores it. But then my other games is fine. I don't know what happens with this one.
I'm on it.
See if we can find Veilguard.
Is it me, or does it feel different now?
You're right. Something's different. Maybe it's because the expression of the Titan's pain that looked like me doesn't live here anymore.
I can't believe that made perfect sense.
Great music to accompany it too.
I'll just move this rock out of our way. You got it.
You're used to that by now. That's not new anymore.
Is this entire mountain a Titan?
It's been still for so long. I can't tell where it begins and ends. It's big, though. They all were.
Still so mind-blowing to look at.
Those rocks I can move were all parts of the Titans once. Once I knew, I couldn't forget it. Now I sense them all the time, whether they're dead or just sleeping. The story of their fall is the story of our birth. It's why we don't dream, why we're resistant to lyrium, and the reason we feel the earth in our guts.
Indeed.
Heard ya. We sold lyrium to the Tevinter Imperium. Titan blood, our blood, traded for gold. So they could use it for magic. The elves stole lyrium from the Titans to make themselves bodies. And eons later, we gave it to a new generation of mages. All on our own. It's sad, isn't it?
It's such a sad story in history. It really is. The desolation of Kal Sharok. To save Orzammar, High King Threestone sealed off the deep roads, abandoned Kal Sharok, and left us to the Darkspawn. In declaring us lost, he forced us to find ourselves. Get this cursor off my screen. Fucking hell.
They mined lyrium here too. Isn't that a little ghoulish? Lyrium is the blood of our ancestors. Maybe ancestors isn't the right word. We were part of them. We were them. I don't know the right word.
It's complicated.
No darkspawn around the deep roads on the way here?
Lace Harding's shade kept them away for a time.
So they'll be back, you think?
It is hard to say. They seem different now, but there will always be patrols.
Here they are.
You are meeting with the Shades from Orzammar soon?
I'm told I must. To share what we know of recent events. They affect both cities, after all.
Will Orzammar be welcoming of that?
But the Assembly will ignore everything we have to say.
Ah,
I hope you're courteous.
Are you telling me to be courteous?
I'm enjoying listening to this before we interrupt.
Do I look alright?
You look fine.
Fine? What does fine mean? Are the back of my ropes wrinkled?
Lace Harding will not care.
I just want to leave a good impression.
Better not tell her you're related to me.
There he is. Stalgard.
Ah, good. We are all here. I wanted you to meet my sister, Dura. She is a steward of Kal Sharok's memories. A historian.
We have heard of your gifts. We wanted to meet you. To learn from you.
From me?
About the Titans. About our past.
You came here to meet me. To talk to me?
Yes, Harding. Please stop being cringe now.
I came here for you, not me.
I've learned so much, but I know there's still more to discover. I could tell you what I've learned, but maybe it's better if I show you.
Yeah, make rocks do stuff.
Hear the song of the stone. You children of Titans.
Wow, that's crazy.
The prayer and the proclamation.
Isa Tunal.
I felt it. I felt the Titans.
I opened my heart to all of you, but I could hold it only for a moment.
But there was an eternity in that moment. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Being here with you. With all of you. I finally understand. We will carry the Titans in our hearts, but it is no longer their time. It is ours.
I like that messaging. I like that stuff. That's really cool. Helped an expert scout forge a new path. I think that that's really, really, really nice. And Harding's great when she's not going, you wanna talk to me? And I'm like, stop that and just focus. Harding met with Stalgard of Kal Sharok and his sister Dura at the ancient outpost of Isana Nagat. There, atop the mountain, the three children of the stone shared a moment and remembered those that came before. I couldn't even imagine what that would look like if we went for the more rageful option for Harding. I don't think I'd like it though. Like, we will take revenge against those that slayed us, and then the dwarves and the elves go into a war. Letters of inquiry. But that was nice. I'm liking going through these outings to sort of wrap up the companions at the end, and it's giving them more chances to level up and get more skills, which is also very nice. We're at level 9 with level 8, level 9 with like most. We got Elven Historian. We have Griffin Whisperer. We've reached level 10. So 10 is the max from what I can see there. Emmerich's Undying Friendship. Harding's Chart of the Stone. Lucanus, the Contract Killer. Nev, Falling Hard, is still at 8 though. And Tosh is Ravani and Proud. So one of my favorites was before it was at this level, it just said here. It is cool that it does update when you go through the levels. I liked that. We're going to do Words of Fire, because that was, we got that a while ago with Tosh. We've then got Funeral, and we'll do this conversation later, because we'll probably move into main quest and then solve more stuff. Let's talk to our companions, and then we'll leave once again.
So, you and Tosh, at least that's what I've heard.
Are you waggling your eyebrows at me?
Trying to. I read that it's conspiratorial.
It's definitely something. And yeah, we're together.
Well, congratulations. You both seem pretty happy about it. Or well, you seem happy. Tosh seems less annoyed.
Very self-aware.
Another day.
Okay, you should pat us on. It helps. Or hug him, even better. Nev just likes to come out and stare at him sometimes.
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with the Wardens, see how their Griffin training is coming along. How about a trip to the Anderfells?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again.
Nice. Okay. I like that. I guess we'd be catching up with that other guy that was in Arlethan Forest if it was the alternate choice. Helm Roost. Alright. Time to return to Ravane.
A word when you have a moment. Greetings. I am Sia Rowan. I help the spirits in this area.
You help them?
I speak with them and for them, and sometimes they speak through me. We keep this land safe for spirits, so that no harm comes to them or to the people who live here. That is why I ask for your help.
Right. What do you need me to do?
Years ago, when mages rebelled across southern Thedas, Templars from the southern Chantry marched upon Ravane. They declared our mages criminals and killed many of us. The unacknowledged pain of that injustice twists spirits into demons. Stop the demons and let compassion ease that pain, and the land will be safer.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Ravani Seers and Spirits. Emmerich, you should ask someone about Ravani Spirit stuff. We didn't do much with the Seers. My mother was always scared. Canari are afraid of demons possessing them. It's silly. Seers don't get possessed. They open themselves up and share their bodies. She did go to the Seer in our village once. I was young and sick with a fever that made my whole body shake. The Seer had me lie down by the fire while she chanted magic stuff. Then her eyes changed. She smelled different, older and calmer. She said a spirit of kindness wanted to help me. Then she put her hands on me and everything went fuzzy. My fever broke that night. My mother still doesn't like magic, but she chips in whenever the village says our seer needs coin. Okay, so there's a quest for us to do there. Defeating the demons, wrongs of annulment. Dead men tell some tales to find the lost treasure. And Warden Grey's final repose is also there. As well as a quest here. Oh god, okay, wait. That quest is actually where those chests are. Okay. So now that this area is open, you can also do the last note and look into getting those chests.
So where'd you get the cheese, Tosh?
There was a guy in Manrathus.
Oh, we should go together. A little trip to the city, just the two of us.
Manrathus is rainy and smells like rich people hurting poor people.
Okay.
It's not romantic.
Oh, so where would you suggest for romantic?
Oh, the beach? Yeah, definitely the beach.
Treasure of Sharksmith Mountain. Sir Daon the Silent, who let her blade speak to her, finest swordsman of the Divine Age, and first to kneel before Andraste when Draken came to Whiteout. Okay, so that's the quest picked up to potentially get these. We're solving statue puzzles and finding clues in relation to it. Oh, so you're telling me the whole time when we were first here, the reason why we couldn't get that chest was because there was a stupid spiteful aura that wasn't here before. Like, what? You should have just let me get it. I don't understand why you needed to gatekeep a chest from me. Just because it was tied to this puzzle, it seems. There's a statue down there. It's weird because it's like, you'll be walking around and be like, how do I get to this chest? And it frustrates you enough to the point where you're like, well, fuck, I just give up. I can't be bothered. This is like the same area where I had a rant about the exploration last time, where I was like, man, it's annoying. And here it like just showcases like, there's no reason to block me from picking up this chest while we were here the first time. Because it makes me feel like I'm not figuring out the environment properly. I'm like, oh, maybe there's like a pathway that I've missed. But no, it's literally you cannot do anything until the spite power can be engaged with. Tops and I had a stupid argument today. These houses are inside a cave, so why do they have roofs? Because houses have roofs. It would be so strange to sleep in a house with no roof. Top says that's stupid, but she's Dalish, and her kind all prefer sleeping in trees anyway. Warden Melcaravu. Yeah, I have that. And another clue. Sir Ifian, beloved of the moon. A keeper once, but a warden last. Shield bearer to Dryden. They were faithful in life, faithful unto death. So there's a clue found. Wasn't that amazing? You're not gonna let me do it. Okay. Sharksmith Fort III, a Demon's Fury, a new codex entry for the Grey Warden quest. As the seer predicted, the eruption of Sharksmouth angered a demon. The demon held us responsible for disturbing its mountain. It tore into our fort full of flame and fury, a horror beyond anything we've fought before. The seer said she could bind the demon to our fort so it wouldn't endanger others. I intended to stay with her to see the binding spell through, but before I could move, Grey shoved me out and barred the door. He said that protecting the world from a demon was a job for Canary. Then he said something like, Tokata, Itwafesh. The demon, which we've started calling the Fury of Shark's Mouth, is now sealed in. Grey and the seer both gave their lives to hold it back. If they hadn't, it might have rampaged all over the coast. With our fort lost to the demon and no darkspawn nearby, we're leaving the area. We've sent word to Weishaupt. If the Canary would have more like Grey, the wardens would be honored to take them. I also reached out to the Canary, paid my respects, and asked about the Kunlat phrase that Grey said before he died. The Canary told me that the best translation would be in death sacrifice. Guess you were listening after all, Grey. Sounds like a damn good warden to me, Davrin says. Eat that something.
They've got us at range.
Let me read this. Let me read this, you bastard. Let me read this.
Right.
Why do I need to be up here? A Var-born but warden maid. Crouch held the walls at Bonsamard and threw back the host of Toth. With a single blow of his great hammer, he slew the ogre Gorehorns and perished in victory at Hunter Fell.
Tosh, are you alright? You're limping.
I'm not.
Okay, that was an exaggeration, but you're favoring your left...
Oh, right. Yeah. Bruised toe.
Ah.
It's fine. How did you even notice? What? Were you looking at my legs?
Tosh, you're twice my height. From where I stand, you're all legs.
They come together eventually.
Very good, you two. Sir Ryan the Red, from high ever came, of cutting wit and deadly aim, with Garahel she marched, and once he fell, into the deep she walked. None know the count her bow reaped before the end. Oh, okay. Oh, this was the demon that was sealed in here from the Grey Warden's repose. Gotcha. Okay.
That's root for ya.
Nice one, Tosh.
No sweat. They're at range.
Necrosis goes brrrr.
That was for Grey. The Canary in those old letters. He was a good warden.
The Fury of Shark's Mouth. No longer furious.
Oh man, okay, so this is what I gotta... This is what I gotta do in regards to opening up the thing. So I gotta solve the statue puzzle. The very unfortunate thing about this, which is... Okay, well, let's see. 4 knights rode to the battle. 1 fired unto the rightward flank, her arrows on a steel rein. 1 lingered, their shield behind to guard all's back. 1 went boldly to the fore, her sword thrust forward unto the foe. 1 crept upon the leftward flank, his hammer a harvest reaped. So it makes sense that you would have to point these in the direction of the statues that we found. So Daon the Silent, Sir Ifian, Beloved of the Moon, Sir Crouch the Wolf, and Sir Rayon the Red. So I don't know if it's like you have to specifically move them in the direction that those statues were. I assume so. But from where we're stood, most or pretty much all of the statues are off in that direction. So it might be something a little different. To save ourselves time, we're basically just gonna look up the solution. We almost had them in exactly the right place. I just needed to spin that one around. So there you go, that's done. The store is now opened and I can get numerous amounts of treasure. Lovely. Ice helps wall. And we have another memento, which is in war, victory. Statue of a Grey Warden warrior. The material of the statue suggests it was carved from volcanic stone, and it remains warm to the touch. Alright. Meredith's legacy. How interesting is that? Do not go near it. Do not attempt to destroy it. Most importantly, do not attempt to use it. You no longer gain health from potions or companion abilities. The no heal build, because it leeches health on hit instead and leech effectiveness. It's cool and visually cool. I'm probably going to use the appearance of it, the red lyrium sword, but it's not better than my Dark Shard, so... The necrotic build that I have for my character is just too good. But I'll use the appearance of it for sure. And now we can find another lost treasure. And then we can check in with Tash. I mean, treasure in Ravane makes sense.
Better be ready.
Coming at range.
You and me together.
There we go.
How tough are they?
Tosh, you've got some great moves.
Who trained these people?
That's Rook's kill.
We're proving our worth.
This is costing us.
Enemies at range.
Well, that's a relief.
Greetings and welcome. You stand in Ravane, home of magic, danger, and adventure. Tell me, if you will, do you hunger for excitement?
I'm not against adventure. What have you got?
A Ravani Lord of Fortune was following a map leading to buried treasure. Sadly, Ritzinger attempted to loot a treasure chest mid-battle. Understandable enthusiasm, and I remember them fondly. But you can carry out their final wishes to find this treasure no matter the danger, and earn gold and glory.
If you give me the map, I'll see what I can do.
Follow the shark's maw to Leviathan's tail, and let not your spirits fail. Alright? Well, I am a looter of treasure chest mid-battle, because I can't help it. Shark's maw to Leviathan's tail. Wonderful. Interesting thing to note about this dead pirate here, wearing a similar mask to the one that Syrian was wearing. So sort of a similar thing, I suppose. Let's follow the first clue.
Hey, spirits! Get out of those pirate bodies! Those pirates didn't do anything to you!
Guess we're not the only ones after the treasure.
Drowning. Okay. Just jump over the thing. Okay.
Let's go!
That's a win, Rook.
On your right! That'll do it!
You got him, Tosh.
Where the rocks stand tall, look for the shortest waterfall. Okay. The next zone.
Hey, Harding.
Whoa, legs. Tosh.
Legs?
It's slip of the tongue.
You're acting weird.
What? No. No. Really?
Yeah, like that. Weird.
I had a dream last night, and you were in it.
What was I doing?
Nothing?
Okay. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Very good banter there. From the Queen of Cringe herself. Oh, Harding. I love Harding, but that's terrible. So Harding cannot be Harding is not very good in a romance.
Get out of the way! Gonna be taking fire!
My booty's within reach. You'll grab it near the beach. Right. To the beach we go. Waterlogged note. Tell Xenon this is the last time I'm taking this route. If he wants to have the rarest pears at the Black Emporium, he can get them himself. Avoiding the Canary and the Ravani and the pirates is bad enough, but I think I'm being followed by a dragon?
Hey! Captain Corpse asshole! The treasure is ours!
Captain Corpse asshole.
They're hitting us from there! Solid! Gotta move!
Wait. Did you know where the treasure was the whole
Good
time?
work, everyone.
You had to find it yourself. The real treasure was the journey. Now, Ritzinger would have used this to purchase a new ship. Since their last caught fire and burned, I believe a lady was involved. But the gold and glory are yours now, to use as you will. Adventure!
Lady was involved. It was Isabella. Yeah, dead men tell some tales. Let me in. Chastened burial marker, translated from Old Alamari. O Owl Mother, she of spring and tide, watch over our sons in this land far from home. They fell valiant and remain beloved. We leave them offerings and totems from this life for the next. Guide them onwards, and guide our steps to familiar shores. And the Canary Cup. An ancient Canary drinking vessel. Judging by the stains, it is ceremonial. Used to hold tea or other liquids as an offering to ancestors. Glorious Ultimatum. There's no healing. 25% charge rate. Using a potion doesn't grant health, it grants ultimate. And whenever you activate your ultimate, heal to full. For Golden Glory, they yell, failing to mention that this implied abandoning all caution. The no healing build gains another accessory. Wild. Alright, that's that out of the way. And now why we came. Tash gets a translation of the ancient Canary tablet that holds clues to their past and future.
Avatash, the air has been running from the storm all afternoon. You came just in time for it. There are others here as well, up the beach.
Yeah, it's okay. We came to meet them.
Rivani with one of their seers. They asked how I was. They asked if I would like to come with them and teach about the weather.
What did you mean the air is running away from the storm?
We think of air as being nothing. But if you have felt a driving wind, you know it has weight. On a calm, sunny day, the air rests on you like a warm, thick blanket. When a storm is coming, the air pushes on you less. We say that it is afraid, running from the storm.
You can feel the difference in the air.
Some of us use tools to measure it. Some of us can feel it in old aches, or the way your body knows the sun is rising.
Do you want to take them up on their offer?
I did not want to be around people after I fled the Antam. I did not know the world outside the Qun. But the Rivani have been kind. It will not be the same, but I think it will be all right. And I think staying here would make me sad, now that Shathan is gone.
Yeah.
Your mother's horn. You wear it as jewelry, like the Rivani do.
Yeah. Rivani wear their stories.
She would like it.
She'd be so pissed.
She would. But she would be proud of you.
Hey, before we go, I brought food. It's probably not as good as she makes it.
Thank you, Avatash. I will eat the fruit. Be safe. Do not stay out too long in the storm.
Right. Let's go see what the damn tablet says.
I've got your back.
Thanks. The seer said she had to give the translation in person.
That's a little odd.
Yep. Come on.
I like Karash.
Did the seer at least give you a hint of what the tablet said?
Nope.
And she wouldn't say why we had to meet in person instead of just sending a translation?
Nope again.
Cats, 3 in a row.
Sorry. No food today. Next time.
Probably get all soggy anyway.
No food today. Only fiery
This
tablet.
is good. Simple.
Wet.
You're the one who keeps throwing rocks. Come on. No sense putting it off.
That your seer?
Nobody else around here dumb enough to wait in the rain?
Child of Shaitan, you come with questions and dragon blood in your veins.
Rowan, didn't realize it was gonna be you. So, you can read the tablet?
In my dreams, I found a spirit that knows the old language. The spirit respects the Qun, because this tablet is important to Qunari history. It is willing to help.
Interesting. So, embracing Qunari would have meant that we'd be having more of a Qunari way to get it translated, I suppose.
The spirit respects the Qun. How does that work?
Spirits watch our world from the Fade. Some watch Tevinter, others Rivian, and others Parvalen. What spirits watch, they reflect. Those who watch Qunari grow to respect the Qun.
But Qunari are afraid of spirits.
It is complicated. In Rivian, we allow spirits to possess us. Under the Qun, such a thing is forbidden. This spirit respects the Qun, so it will not possess me fully. It will speak to me, but not through me.
That's a fine line to walk.
Yes, it is.
Rowan, you know us. We could have met at the hills or by the Alluvion. Why do this here?
The spirit has watched Tosh. It knows that this is where they come for matters of the soul.
What do you mean? This is just where I come to feed birds and practice fire breathing.
And why do you come here specifically for that?
I don't know. I like to listen to the waves crash. It's noisy, but also not. Makes it easier to think.
That is why we are here.
Karash said that you offered to take him along. You'll be all right?
Karash saw many things that no one should have to see. We could help him grow to become whole again.
And he'll teach your sailors to predict storms.
Do you truly think Rivain, a country full of sailors, has none who understands the weather?
Then why?
He follows the Qun. People who follow the Qun need to feel useful.
You are your mother's child.
We are grateful for your help, and for the spirits.
The spirit has watched the Qunari for many ages. It knows the old tongue. It will give you what you seek. You brought the tablet?
I thought you already had a copy.
We destroyed it.
Why?
The spirit says that the words held therein must never be written. Only words of fire may carry the message safely.
But why?
Bring your fire to the tablet, Tosh. We will show you. By dragon flame come these words. Trust no tale not hidden by the fire. When the great foe struck, we embraced the blood of dragons. Champions blessed with fire protected us and saw the unseen. We escaped to distant shores, but found no peace. Disease will lay us low. If more of us flee across the ocean, it means our people fail. Prepare then for the devouring storm.
What does all that Vashadan mean?
It means, cousin, that the power you wield is no accident. It means our people fought against an ancient enemy, and it means the Qunari fled that same enemy to come here.
But what does that mean now?
Only the spirits can say.
That doesn't say what it is. It could be a demon, or the Blight, or anything.
Yes, the tablet says only that the Adari stood against it.
So this is what my mother died to give me. More work? This is Vashadan.
Sorry, Rowan. They're taking this hard.
As a seer, I am a vessel through which spirits share their wisdom. That wisdom is not always a comfort. Please go to them, Rook. They need your voice more than mine right now.
All right, where'd they go?
Please go to them, Rook. They need your voice more than mine right now.
Oh, Tosh.
That's certainly a roar.
Well, after all this, if I break my neck climbing up here in the rain, Harding, you owe me for this.
Howling like a bobcat. How you doing?
Hey, Tosh.
All that work. All the ancient Qunari crap that she died for. And what's the secret? More work? More responsibility? She can't just leave me with this. She can't just leave me.
You're allowed to feel sad that she's gone.
I already cried about her once. I should be done.
I don't think that's how it works.
Like you'd know how it works? You act like you haven't lost anyone.
We're talking about you.
The Qunari thought I was a mistake. The Dragon King thought I was a weapon. Shaitan was the only one who believed in me. How did they forget everything the tablet said? How did they lose so much?
How long have the Qunari been at war with Tevinter? 300 and something years?
Around that?
You fight a war for 300 and something years. All your other problems have to sit and wait. The first bit of the tablet. Don't trust anything except what's written in the fire. Stories change. Eventually people forget what they used to mean. Your mother knew that. The Qunari have forgotten so much. They won't be ready for whatever's next, whether it's the Devouring Storm or something else.
But Ravane will. We've got a lot of Qunari who don't follow the Qun. And we can get more.
From where?
From the Antam. They already broke away from the Qun. They respect strength. Maybe we can kill the bad ones and bring the rest in. Show them how to live outside the Qun. Like my mother did. I can do that for you. Tama.
Yeah, okay. So some former Antam will join the Lords of Fortune, but only the good ones. Yeah, kill the bad ones and then say, anyone else want to die or join? I don't know about that. The ancient Qunari tablets translation proved that Adari like Tash are not a mistake, but were created specifically to fight an ancient threat known as the Devouring Storm. While Tash still mourns, they now know their mother was right about Tash having a higher purpose, and Tash will honor that calling as best they can. Certainly an interesting way for that to go out, teasing us for something in the future, for sure, I would say. Feels like that to me. Now, if we take a look at this, we have Beyond the Sea written in Emmerich's careful hand. Balara, I admit to some surprise regarding your interest in travelling overseas. It's rather different from your usual lines of inquiry, but I must confess to harbouring some interest in it myself. We assume all our age's glories and calamities originate in Thedas, but what of the larger world? Unfortunately, information remains slim. As far as I can tell, there have been No successful oceanic voyages from Thedas to other lands in recent written history, whether attempting the feat through pure seamanship or with the aid of magic, hapless sailors have often found themselves turned around until they were right back where they began. There was some trade between the city of Laish and the Voshai during the early Black Age, all one-sided. Our attempts to sail across the Volca Sea to the Voshai homeland were met with failure. There are also legends of expeditions to Amaranth to the east, but they are muddled and contradictory. Some claim it's untouched verdant paradise, others have reported settlements made of crystal and obsidian, without a single living soul inhabiting them. I have reached out to some of my more esoteric sources to see if they can help with your inquiries. For the present, however, I'm afraid we live in ignorance of what lies beyond our more familiar seas. It's a very interesting codex entry there about what lies beyond Thedas. Tarlok Itwari, remembering the fallen. That is a lot of Qunari language. I don't know if I'm getting all the words right, but this is what I remember. When you have lived enough, when you go with the tide, when your body falls to dust, please remember me. When I struggle to find my ground, not having you is why. Though I search for you, I know that hope is an illusion. Please speak to me through the dust and the tide. When I struggle blinded, I will remember you. That's great. I like that. And questions my mother would have asked. My mother said language was what separated people from beasts. She had questions that she asked when translating things. Who was this written for? Me. Needed my fire to see it, but also supposed to be shared. Priest thing? Everyone should learn, but only if taking it seriously? What did these people believe about themselves? Liked fire? Made a Dari with dragon blood? How did cultural conflicts affect this message? Fighting devouring storms strong enough to make them come across the sea. No big insults, not rallying speech. Afraid to talk about them? And how do my own perspectives bias my reading? I fight dragons. DS sounds like something to fight. But Tablet said I was made to fight DS, so I should do what feels right. She'd know what it meant. I like that too, in relation to the questions asked. I think that's quite smart. In the miscellaneous section, we have Tasha's new tablet. I am Tash. I am an Adari, a fire-breathing Qunari. I am writing this in trade so people can read it. Dragon fire made these words show up. Don't trust anything not hidden that way. Ancient Qunari made Adari using dragon blood. Adari helped see and fight an ancient enemy. Ancient Qunari fled to this land from across the sea. They got sick and died. The enemy will follow across the sea. Beware the devouring storm. Nev Gallus figured out how to hide these words behind the fire. I owe her drinks at the Cobbled Swan. Words carved on a stone tablet, visible only by dragonfire. That's awesome. I think that's great. And it's a nice piece of this game actually writing important bits of history, because the codex entries we read in the games are, things from years and ages past a lot of the time. And it's cool to witness in the present age events that are being transcribed in real time that will be very important in years to come. I think that's amazing to witness yourselves being like a part of that. Feels very good. Again, it's more of that stuff that really makes the world of Thedas feel alive. And that is going to be where we bring this episode of Dragon Age the Veilguard to a close. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this one as we went through more companion quests and resolved storylines. Next time, we're going to be heading to Treviso to progress the main quest, and then we'll be able to do Lucanus's companion quest. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you then.